Vikanto matulo yasya janani sarvamangala janaka shankaro devaha tam vande kunjarananam saraswati mahabhage vidye kamalalochane vidyarupe vishalakshi vidyandehi namostute सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणि नमोस्तुते वागर्थाविव संपृक्तौ वागर्थ प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ यः शिवो नाम रूपाभ्यां या देवी सर्वमंगला तयोः संस्मरणात् पुंसां सर्वतो जयमंगलम् वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयं हयग्रीव हयग्रीव हयग्रीवेति यो वदेत् तस्य निस्सरते वाणी जह्नुकन्या प्रवाहवत् गुरुरेव गतिः गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोर्मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो सर्वेभ्यः नमस्काराः. A warm welcome to all the participants of effective Parayanam of Granthas through knowledge of Sandhis. Till today we have studied the Varna Vibhaga, Varnamala. We studied Gunitaksharas, Sanyuktaksharas. We understood the origin of letters, Varnotpatti Sthanani, from which place the letters originate. We also understood the Maheshwara Sutras, the sutras which were given by Lord Shiva when he wanted to bless the Sanakadi Munis and Panini. Based on these Maheshwara Sutras, the entire Vyakarana was composed. We understood that, and we did a study of the Maheshwara Sutras. Further, we will be entering into the topic which is called Sandhi Pravesha. Sandhi Pravesha means the basics of Sandhi. What is a Sandhi? What are the prerequisites that we need to know about Sandhi before entering into each individual Sandhi? Those main foundation concepts we will be learning today, the definition, etc. In the last class, there were many questions asked. So we thought I should give some links to that. How to write Sanskrit letters. There is a Learn Devanagari script for Sanskritam. Please refer this course. Mapping is done. There is a Learn Sanskrit level 1 where you have an interactive tool, a multimedia tool, which you can also use for learning the Sandhis. There is a Hindi version of the same. How to type in Sanskrit. Google input tools. So we have to go to google.com/input tools. Then you say TRY, select Sanskrit in the drop down menu. You can type inside that. For transliteration, you have Lexi Logos and many other tools. Now let us understand what is a Sandhi and what is this Sandhi Karya. Let us enter into the topic. Sandhi Karyam. At the end of this lesson, we will be able to know what is a Samhita. We will be knowing the term Samhita. Understand the type of Sandhi Karyas. we will come to know where and how Sandhi takes place. The karyam katham bhavati iti asmabhihi jnatum shakyate. Kutra bhavati, katham bhavati. First thing is we understood the varna. Sandhi is a varna concept. Varna concept means it's based on varnas. Varnas are nothing but sounds. So when two sounds are produced one after the other, the pause or the gap that is allowed is around half a matra for two sounds to be distinctly heard. If you want to hear the sounds distinctly, minimum half matra, we should leave a gap. Now, if we want to pronounce the two sounds such that the gap between the two sounds is less than half matra, then the sound transformation takes place. This is the concept. When the sound transformation is taking place, phonetic changes takes place. When two sounds come in contact with each other, which are extremely close sounds, when they come into close contact, there is a change that takes place in the sound itself. The sound that is coming into the contact are the last letter of the first word, which is called the ending sound, and the first letter of the second word, which is called the starting sound of the next word. So the ending sound and the starting sound, they come in contact and there is a transformation which is taking place. Remember, this is all at the sound level. Later it translates into script. Today we are telling k plus a is equal to a, dirgha sandhi. All these things at the script level, but the change happens at the sound level first. This change occurs because of the change in the sthana and prayatna. Yesterday we understood a concept that all the letters which are there in our Varnamala, they have a particular place of pronunciation, articulation. Varna Utpatti Sthana. This is called Sthana. There are 8 sthanas. Akuha Visarjaniyanam Kantaha, Ichuyashanam Talu, Ruturashanam Murdha, Lutulasanam Dantaha, Upupadmaniyanam Oshtho, Nyamaganananam Nasikacha, Edaitoh Kantatalu, Vodautoh Kantoshtam, Vakarasya Dantoshtam, Nasika Anuswarasya. These are the sutras, but we know that Kantha, Talu, Murdha, then Danta, Oshtha, Dantoshta, Kantoshta, Dantoshta, etc. So these are the sthanas. Yesterday we saw the table. Now what happens when two letters are simultaneously, we try to accelerate the communication. So what happens, one letter before it gets pronounced, it will overlap with another letter. And before it hits the place of articulation, another letter hits the place of articulation. They both hit another place. So there is a change in the sthana and prayatna, the place of articulation, and the effort also changes. This is called sandhi. The change which occurs in the sound because of change in the sthana and prayatna is called sandhi. Now this change has been observed by our Maharshis, and they have documented these changes as structured changes happening, and they have classified these changes into 2 or 3 types, etc. Many types, so that whenever a change occurs, it will occur for everybody, it will occur in the same way. This is the kind of thought process which is behind this Sandhi concept. Though it is a grammar concept, this is how our rishis have thought about this. It's a pure science. When 2 sounds are getting produced, there is a change in the articulation or prayatna effort because of the speed or the way he tried to bring out that sound. Whatever change is produced, that is Sandhi. This is called Samhita also. These changes are captured in the form of Sandhi rules. Now we know these thanas. Kantha, Talu, Danta, Oshta, Murdha, Nasika, Jihva, Mula, Ura. Just now we studied. These are the Ucharana sthana. Akuha Visarjaniyanam, Kantaha, Ichuyashanam, Talu, Murdha, Danta. So yesterday we studied this table. I've just kept it so that you can read the table for yourself once, so that we all become ready to understand what is the change and how these changes are going to happen. All the changes are going to happen in the mouth, from this Kantha to this Oshta. Sandhi is a voice box phenomenon. Professor Lakshmi Tatachar, who is a great scholar, he was the first person who told me this concept. He said that Sandhi is not a script. It is not A plus A is equal to A, something you prepare a table and everybody by hearts the table and learns the rules. Very good, you learn the rule. Very good. You have to learn the rules of Sandhi. However, you should know the science behind that. The science behind this entire thing was enlightened to me by Professor Lakshmi Tatachar, who is a great scholar. The first time he said it is a voice box phenomenon. Then later, when I studied Paninian grammar and Shiksha Shastra, I understood it in depth. I was thrilled when I could learn this in this manner. Now, we will learn one small concept. Difference between a Purnakshara and a Sandhi. Matim plus Anugachati. Matim Anugachati. Now, Makara is there, plus Akara is there. It is just a Gunitakshara. M plus A is equal to Ma. Matim Anugachati. Just joining of sounds. There is no transformation, change in the sound. There is, remember, this is just a Purnakshara. But you see here, Vak plus Ishaha, Vagishaha. How did this occur? Vak Ishaha, Vak Ishaha, Vak Isha, Vak Isha, Vak Isha, Vagisha. This is how it happens. You try to speeden up Vagisha, it comes out as Vagisha. What happened here? What is the phenomenon which happened here? The Kavarga, which is a Kantha letter. Akuha Visarjaniyanam Kantha. Ka is there. You have a Ga there, which is Ka. There is a closeness that Ka became Ga. There is a small transformation. Here, the transformation is very less. Ka became Ga. It is the same sthana, but the prayatna and other things changed, slightly changed. So Vak became Vag. That's all. So now Vak and Vag are not same, which is why there is a change. This change is called Sandhi. Whereas in matim and anugachati, there is no change. It is just ma and a joining. Two sounds joining. This is the difference between the Gunitakshara we studied, the Sanyuktakshara we studied, and the Sandhi which we are studying now. Which is why all the things are being explained. Now we will come to the concept of Samhita. This is a Sanskrit specific concept. In the sense, the name Samhita is a Sanskrit concept. It is a term which is used to refer the extreme closeness between the two sounds during pronunciation. Samhita refers to the term Varnanam Atishayitaha Sannidhihi Samhita. The term Samhita refers to extreme closeness between the sounds. Yada Samhita bhavati tada Varnavyatyayah bhavati. Yada Samhita bhavati tada Varnavyatyayah bhavati. Varnavikaraha bhavati. There is a change in the Varna, the sound itself, when Samhita is there. This change in the sound during Samhita is called Sandhi Karya. Sandhi Karya is only referred as Sandhi. Let us take an example. Cha, Atha, Cha, Atha. Now, Cha can be broken down into Ch plus A. Ch, A, Cha. Gunitaksharitis. You have an A on the right hand side. So there is a Ch, Cha, Atha, Cha, Atha, Cha, Atha, Cha, Atha, Cha, Atha, Cha, Atha. So this A and A, they are the same letters, but there is a change in the letter now, some change. The change is in the prayatna. Instead of a hrasva, it becomes dirgha, and A will become A. So finally it becomes Chatha. Now you understood how this is happening. A is a sound, A is a sound. These two sounds quickly, when they are merging, this sound and that sound, they are very close friends. They say, like, okay, this is one sound, this is one sound. Instead of these two sounds, let A come. So, Chatha. This is what we study. Now we will come to another concept in Sandhi Karya. Whenever these Sandhi Karyas are taking place, there are three kinds of Karyas. One is called Shatruvad Adeshaha. Adesha. What is Adesha? Suppose there are two letters, which are two sounds, which are joining. Instead of the two sounds, original sounds which are joining, if in their place a new letter comes, it is called Adesha. And what does this, and the manner in which it comes is it will drive away the old letters. So an adesha, what it will do is, it refers to a new sound or a group of sounds which is totally replacing one or more sounds. So that is why it is called as Shatruvad Adesha. Since it removes an old sound and occupies its place, it is called Shatruvad Adesha. What does a Shatru do? He will remove his Shatru. He will remove his enemy. Now the next kind of now in this chatha that we saw, what happened? Is it an adesha? So this akara was the old sound. Akara was another old sound. These two sounds totally became akara. So this is called adesha, where a new sound is coming in place of the old two sounds. Let us take another example. Pratyang Atma. Now in this Pratyang, you split that entire word. Na is the ending sound. A is the starting sound. Now there is a samhita between these two letters. Now what happens? Pratyang Atma, Pratyang Atma, Pratyang Atma, Pratyang Atma. So what happened? Because of the samhita between na and a, the closeness, another new letter came and in between na and a, and it joined and became double. That nakara doubled itself. It became pratyangatma, pratyangatma. Doubling of the letter effect happened here. So this is also a change. But the change here is the old letter did not go away. The new, another new letter came and it joined hands. They became friends with the old letters. In the previous case, the new letter drove away the old letters. It is called Adesha. In this case, the new letter is joining hands with the old letters and it is going to come in the final sound. Pratyangatma. Pratyang Atma was there. Now it became Pratyangatma, double. This kind of thing is called Agamaha. What is an Agama now? How to define this? Stithanam varnanam madhye agataha nutanaha varnaha agamaha iti uchyate. Agama is a new sound which arises or which comes and sits amongst the existing letters. In the case of Agama, all the old sounds remain intact. There is only the new sound is also added in between. This was the second type of Sandhi Karya we saw. Now we are coming into the third type of Sandhi Karya or the change. What is a Sandhi Karya? It is a change in the sound. The changes are, there may be different names of Sandhis, but the changes are preliminarily one or a few types only. We are defining at about 3 types of changes now. Sevakaha iti, sevakaha iti, sevakaha iti, sevakaha iti, sevaka iti. It becomes sevaka iti for convenience factor and other things. Sevakaha plus visarga is there. That visarga plus ikara. The last sound that is heard in sevakaha is the visarga. Akuha visarjaniyanam kanta. Ichu yashanam talu. Now kanta, this sound in kanta, that sound ikara in talu. Finally, the sandhi which happens or the sound transformation which takes place is the visarga lopa happens. Lopa means the visarga does not show itself in the final form. This is a unique change. There was a letter which was existing, a sound which was existing. Now that sound is not seen in the final outcome when the whole sentence or the word is pronounced. Two words are pronounced. This is called lopa. Sevaka iti. The visarga lopa happened here. Purvam drishtasya adarshanam lopaha. The sound that existed before is not seen in the final outcome. This adarshanam is called lopa. Lopa, you can call it as deletion. It is a process by which a sound which was heard earlier is not seen now, has disappeared. Now we have learned these three types, Adesha, Agama, Lopa. Does this happen everywhere? Is there a rule that in some places I can do the change, transformation? In some places I need not do the transformation, or the transformation, is it optional? How are these things being defined? So Padini has given a small shloka which explains where the sandhi karya is optional and where it is not optional. That means it is compulsory. This is the karika. Karika means it's a shloka. Samhitaika pade nitya nitya dhatu pasargayo nitya samase vakye tu sa vivaksham apekshate. What is the meaning of this? Samhitaika pade nitya. The closeness of letters is seen mandatorily, or it has to occur mandatorily between two letters within a word. The sandhi karya is compulsory. Nitya is compulsory when the sounds that are involved are sitting inside one word. Nitya dhatu pasargayo. You have a concept called dhatu in Sanskritam. Dhatu means root form of a verb. Upasarga means the prefix for the dhatu. Now between a prefix and a dhatu, this sandhi is nitya, compulsory. This sandhi karya becomes compulsory. Gam dhatu, a upasarga. If you want to tell that in lang lakara, that is in past tense, agachat. A plus agachat, agachat. Nitya dhatu upasargayo. So between the dhatu and an upasarga, it is compulsory. Nitya samasa, in a compound word, it is compulsory. In a sentence, if there are two words, you have an option to do the sandhi or not do the sandhi. Vakyetu sa vivaksham apekshate. Vivaksha is users, the person who is the orator, who is producing the sound. He can decide whether he wants to join and tell or split and tell. This is the karika for sandhi. Ekapade, sandhi within a word, prakriti pratyaya, within that. Hare plus ye. You see, hare plus ye becomes haraye. Haraye is the chaturthi vibhakti form of hari shabda. Now you see that in ekapada, this is a single word, and inside that, the derivation of the word is from hari to haraye. So it became hare plus ye, haraye. Dhatu upasargayo. This is a very good example. Pra plus a avishat. Pravishat. Devasya alayaha. Devalayaha. Deva alaya. Devalaya. Sandhi is compulsory in these cases. In the sentence, Parasharyaha vyasamaharshihi ityapi vikhyataha. Now, Parasharyaha vyasamaharshihi iti api vikhyataha. You see, there is a ityapi, iti api. In both these cases, the samhita is optional. So a person who is telling this sentence, he can tell it as ityapi vikhyataha. He can also tell it as iti api vikhyataha. That's an option he has. Let us take a 2-minute break before we enter into types of sandhi. So what did we learn till here? We learned that there are 3 types of sandhi karyas, 3 ways in which the sandhi can take place. Instead of telling types, 3 ways in which the sandhi karya. Sandhi karya is what? The change in the sound. Why does it occur? Because of the closeness between the sounds, because of the samhita. The closeness is called samhita. And how does that change occur? The change occurs either in the effort or in the sthana, which is why another letter is coming. Now, in that, if the old letter is replaced fully into a new letter, it is called adesha. If there is a new letter which is added to the old letters, it is called agama. If there is something that was seen earlier but is not seen in the final outcome, final articulated sound, it is called lopa. Adesha, agama, lopa are the 3 types of sandhi karyas. Now, out of these sandhi karyas, when is it optional and when it is compulsory is something we learned. Don't worry about this theory too much. When we do practically the sandhi and the rule, at that time also I will explain what is the adesha, which is what is the karya that is happening there. All those things I will explain, whether it is a nitya or it is a vikalpa, whether it is optional. All these things I will explain in the actual sandhi one by one when I explain also. I am going to explain, and this is just a general overview. which I am giving. Don't get frightened by all these things. If you have already studied grammar, it is wonderful. This is just a revision. We want to apply the rules of Sandhi in studying the Ramayana and Bhagavatam texts and see how we can become good at reading these texts, because we know the art of splitting and joining. That is the objective of this course. So with this background again, some brief background again, we are entering into types of Sandhi. Now at the end of this lesson, we will be able to know the type or the Vibhaga Sanskrit language has. Different languages have different Vibhagas of Sandhi. Know the names, we should know the names of these Sandhis and the Vibhaga. The first type is, for this our Varnamala basics should be very strong. The first type that we studied was independent sounds, which are called as swaras. So if there are two independent sounds, which is two swaras, and there is a change occurring in these sounds during articulation, then it is called swara sandhi. And how does that change occur? It can be either an adesha. Mostly it is an adesha in swara sandhi. Next type is vyanjana sandhi. If the change is taking place at the sound, but it is on the dependent sound, which is vyanjanas, it is called as vyanjana sandhi. Vyanjana sandhi is also called as hal sandhi, because hal represents all the vyanjanas in Maheshwara Sutras. Ach represents all the swaras in Maheshwara Sutra. So swara sandhi also called as ach sandhi, vyanjana sandhi also called as hal sandhi. These are the two types. The third type is the visarga sandhi, where change is going to happen to the visarga. What is a visarga? The two dots by the side of the letter is visarga. Ramaha, Krishnaha, Govindaha. Any change to the visarga is visarga sandhi. Now, how does visarga sandhi also can be a lopa, can be an adesha. Vyanjana sandhi can be an adesha or an agama. We will see that which is agama, which is adesha. We will not worry about it now. We will get into the sandhi and we will understand whether that karya is adesha karya or agama karya or lopa karya. What is swara sandhi? How do you define swara sandhi? Swarasya sthane varnavyatyayah swara sandhihi. Any change that takes place in the place of swaras. Swara is equal to independent sound. This adesha might be the swara sandhis. Usually that karya that happens is adesha. The adesha can be a swara, it can be a vyanjana, it can be swara vyanjana. We will see that. Now, in the swara sandhi, what are the types that are available? There is a yan sandhi, yanta vanta desha sandhi, savarna dirgha sandhi, guna sandhi, vriddhi sandhi, purva rupa sandhi, para rupa sandhi. Total 7 types we will be studying in this course. In swara sandhis, we will be studying 7 types. Vyanjana sandhi is what? Vyanjanasya sthane varnavyatyayah. The change is occurring in the vyanjana. The vyanjana sandhi involves either replacement of a vyanjana, adesha, or addition which is an agama. Now, Vyanjana Sandhis are about 12 in 12. Stutva, Shtutva, Anunasika, Jashtva, Chartva, Anuswara, Parasavarna, Chatva, Purvasavarna, Ngamudagama, Tugagama, Satva, etc. Let us not worry about this, sir. How can I remember all these names? Don't worry about these names now. When we enter into each Sandhi, you should know that this is this Sandhi. Later, you will understand together how these Sandhis are named and why it is named like that. Everything you will learn. The third type of Sandhi is Visarga Sandhi. Visargasya sthane varnavyatyaya Visarga Sandhi. A change in the Visarga. The change can be Adesha or Lopa. Now, Visarga Lopa, Visarga Utva, Visarga Repa Desha, Visarga Sakara Desha, Visarga Jikhva Muliya Daya. These are all the changes which occur. We'll see that one by one. So 12 plus 5, 17 plus 7. 24 Sandhis is what is there here. We will learn few other rules also. So about 25 Sandhis we are going to study. And every day, every class will have one Sandhi only. This is the model of this class. We will study only one Sandhi in every class. From tomorrow, we will be starting Swara Sandhi and in that we will be starting End Sandhi. So just to summarize, we have Swara Sandhi, Vyanjana Sandhi, Visarga Sandhi. Swara Sandhayaha means Bahuvachana. So 7 Swara Sandhayaha, 12 Vyanjana Sandhi, 5 Visarga Sandhis, which we will be covering in detail in this course. There may be some other rules which we will be covering. At the end, we may cover some few extra rules also if we have time. Otherwise, we are going to cover this in the next 24 or 25 classes. This is how it will happen. Now, yesterday there was a question. Maheshwara Sutras are having pratyaharas. Which are the pratyaharas which are used in the Sandhis? Can I understand these pratyaharas so that I can practice these? Because we are bothered about Sandhis only. So we will learn only these pratyaharas. That was the question, beautiful question by somebody yesterday. So I thought we should list it out today itself and give it to you so that you can practice this as homework. So what you are supposed to do is, these are the pratyaharas. I am giving you the answers there. But what you should do ideally is, you should take down these pratyaharas and practice the letters inside the pratyaharas. So that next time in the Sandhi, I will be telling, when ak is coming in front of an, it becomes like that. I will be talking. At that time, you should understand what I am talking. So an, ak, ik, yeng, ach, yech, aich, at, in, yan, ngam, bhash, hush, jash, jhash, bash, chav, yai, jhai, yar, khar, char, shar, al, hal, jhal. So about 25 to 26 pratyaharas. The other pratyaharas are not normally used. So we will stick to these 25 pratyaharas. The other question that was yesterday asked was, how do I map the sounds? There is a transliteration key. For example, this document will be uploaded in the course page. So if you say A in Devanagari, it is like Arjunaha, Aksharam are the examples. Sun. It sounds like you in sun and bus. cup. So we have tried to map it to the sounds of the English words and the Sanskritam words. And this document will be uploaded for you to practice. In case you are new to Sanskritam, you want to practice, you can practice. Otherwise, this may not be required. If you already know how to pronounce, okay. Now, so the homework for today is, I request all of you to write down the Maheshwara Sutras and practice the Pratyaharas given in this slide, in these slides, which is so before we go to the end of the class, I will open the Maheshwara Sutras. I will call up, if people are interested in participating, please raise your hand. And based on your this one, I will call out the names. I will ask you the Pratyahara. You can tell me which are the letters which come in the Pratyahara. Okay, we'll have an exercise. So is the screen visible? Maheshwara Sutras. Maheshwara Sutras is not visible. Okay, I will share the screen. Now I will see who have all raised their hands. Okay. We have a Bhavya there. Bhavya. So, okay. Can you tell which are the letters which come in the Pratyahara? Ach.
A, I, U, R, L, A, O, I, O.
Very good. L it is. The R, L. Okay. L. It is not L. L. Okay. Very good. Very good, Bhavya. Uttamam. Nandini Sridhar. Next Pratyahara is Nandini Sridhar. Can you tell, Namaskaram, can you tell which are the letters in Jash Pratyahara? Jash.
Ja, ba, ga, da, da.
That's all. Very good. Dhanyavada, Bhagini.
Dhanyavadaha.
Next, Sarita Singh. Sorry, Sarita Singh. Which are the Pratyaharas? Which are the letters in the Pratyahara? Jhash, Mahaprana Jhash.
Jhabha.
Ghadha.
Okay, Jabagadada. You're going to the other Drisha.
Yes. Very good. Dhanyavada.
Dhanyavad.
Shivakumar Mahodaya.
Namaskar Mahodaya.
Which are the letters in Pratyahara? Hal.
Ha, ya, va, ra, la, nya, ma, nga, na, na, jha, bha, gha, dha, dha, ja, ba, ga, da, da, kha, pha, cha, tha, tha, cha, ta, tha, ka, pa, sha, sha, sa, ha.
Excellent. Aparna Gauri. Can you? Pardon. I don't know what happened to Aparna Gauri. Okay. Aparna Gauri, can you unmute yourself? Suddenly she went. Okay. Okay, I will talk. We can have Kishore Holla.
Namo Nama.
So H pratyahara.
A O I O.
Excellent. Dhanyavada.
Dhanyavada.
Ane Bhagini.
Namaste. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Today?
I can hear. Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you.
Yes.
The next pratyahara we want to know is ik pratyahara. Ik.
Ik. I, U, R, L.
Excellent. Uma Chandrasekharan.
Namaste, Mahoday.
Hash pratyahara. Hash.
Hush. There's no hush here.
Hash.
Oh,
Ayavarata. Ayavarala.
Haya varala. Nyama na. Jabha ghata dha. Jaba ghata dha. Kapa chata tha cha ta tha. Kapa sha sa ha. Ha.
No, what we said was hush. Hull, no, we didn't say hull. We said hush.
So it ends with sha.
Jabagadada. There only you have to end it. Hush.
Hush. Oh, that sha. Okay. Sha.
Yes.
Astu.
Hush represents all the mrudu vyanjanas.
Can I repeat again, Mahoday?
Yes. Hush. Please repeat.
Haya vara la nyama na jhabha ghata dha jabha gada dha.
Yes. You only tell the next answer. Khar pratyahara.
Khar. Kapa ta tha cha ta tha bha. Kapa sha sa. Am I right, Mahoday?
Perfect. Khar represents the Karkasha Vyanjana.
Astu.
Excellent. So there are so many people who have raised the hands. Next is Yen Pratyahara. Yen Pratyahara, I will name Aruna. Aruna.
Namo Namaha Guruji. Yan. Yan na. Ya, va, ra, la.
Excellent. Next, Monica Balaji. Monica Balaji. Ak Pratyahara.
A, I, U, R, L.
Okay, very good.
Dhanyavada.
Then Meena Sugavanam.
Namaskara.
Yeng Pratyahara.
Ye O.
Very good. Only 2 letters. Very good.
Dhanyavada.
Ngam Pratyahara. Geeta Nichlani. Ngam. Nyam.
Yeah. Hari Om.
Geeta Bhagini.
Yes, Hari Om, sir.
Vadatu.
Yavarala Chabagadana.
I only said Nyam. Nya represents the Chavarga last letter. Nyam.
Which one, sir? Yeah.
Nya is, see here, you said from.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Nyam. So only that. Nyamanan. Nyama. Anan.
Ah, very good. Okay, I think all of you are ready for this exercise. Ready to understand. You all understood the concept. I'm very happy. All of you answered very well.